Hi everyone, this is Coach Diane,
And Coach Jeff from Team prsfit.
and today is May 26th. It is our 18th day of training.
That's right, today's the 18th day of training, trying to qualify for the National Age Group Long Course Championships. My attempt will be in September.
Yep. Today, we did a ride, a base building ride, and as you know, we live up in the mountains, and so out here, pretty much you're either going uphill or you're going downhill. So what I wanted Coach Jeff to do was to go down into the valley. So we went down to Fort Collins, which is about 3,000 feet lower in elevation, which, you know, gave a little bit of benefit there. And even though Fort Collins does have rolling hills, you know, definitely it's not flat. It was not quite as intense as going straight up and straight down, and so he was able to do a more continuous ride for the hour and 20 minutes, you know, and build up his base. So how did that go?
Yeah, Diane makes a good point. You know, and I know a lot of cyclists, you know, the pure cyclists out there, you know, may not agree with this, and that's okay. But as triathletes, one of the things we really have to focus on is that ability to continually, you know, work. You know, we're working. Look, most triathlon courses, especially long course triathlon courses, are set up on rolling and not steep climbs and up
Right.
and down. Now, there's a few out there, Lake
Yeah.
Placid, you know, has that. But most triathlons are, you know, long, flat, or rolling courses. And it's actually, you know, that ability to continue the cadence, you know, and to keep your power up, you know, over a long period of time is something that all triathletes need to work for. You know, I've said this 100 times. It doesn't matter what a runner you are. If you get off the bike and you don't have any legs left, you can't run. So the objective is, you know, hills are great. You know, doing hill
Absolutely.
repeats, doing hill
Absolutely.
work.
We'll
you
do
know,
a lot of those.
Yeah, they're great for strength, and they're great for increasing the, you know, the anaerobic effort and the ability to really push. But in a triathlon, you also really need that ability to keep your power level up, to keep your cadence up, that optimal level between 85, 90, 95, you know, up and down and rolling in the aero position. So it's important to get rides like that in order to condition yourself a little bit differently than you are when you're going up and down. You know, you're getting that steady, moderate effort that you want to carry through in a long course triathlon. So it was a good idea. Diane said, you know, yesterday, she said, hey, let's go down to the valley and do your workout on the rolling course rather than up here, because all we've been doing recently is whoop and whoop and whoop and whoop. That's going to record well, I'm sure.
And you know, for if you're doing an interval training, you know, going up hills and down, that's fine. Our problem is there's a loop that we really like up here. It's about 13 miles
Yeah.
around, and so you could go around a few times. But the problem is there's a 5 mile downhill. Well, that's too long of a recovery, and I really wanted Coach Jeff to have a steady, you know, continually having to pedal the entire time, pretty much. I mean, there was a little bit of downhill that you didn't have to pedal, but you still did.
Yeah.
Still push through it. So
Yeah, which is another great point. You know, a lot of times people will hit down hills and they'll really zzz, or, you know, downhills are a time to recover. You know,
Yeah,
even in
definitely.
a triathlon, if you're going downhill, that's the time you want to use is the least amount of energy that you can. Remember, a triathlon isn't a cycling event. You still have to get off that bike and have some energy left to run. So whenever you're able to conserve energy, you should conserve energy to use it later on in your event.
yeah, the temperature was perfect. It was about 50 degrees to start with, so we just needed some jackets, and you know, it's cloudy overhead, so I mean, just perfect temperatures. So
Yeah, it was a great
we
ride.
feel for you guys out there in the 90-degree heat with 100% humidity out there. So how's
Yeah.
the diet going?
Diet's going good. You know, feeling really, really good. This is, you know, the third week that we've been back to about 95, you know, the 95% rule of the paleo diet for athletes. And I feel really, really good. Still keeping my carbs down a little bit as I'm trying to cut some pounds, which, you know, brings me to that point where if you're cutting those carbs, you know, be smart about it. Don't try to take, you know, as many carbs out of your diet as you can. You know, you still have to fuel your activity. You know, and that's the important thing. Don't look at food as, you know, just a diet source or a nutrition source. You have to fuel. That's what your food needs to be, and that's what your intake needs to be. So you still have to be able to fuel the effort that you're going to have every day. But I'm feeling great.
Yeah, and along those lines, you know, like Coach Steph said, we have gone paleo, you know, strictly paleo for athletes. And I found today, especially after the ride, we did stop at the grocery store, and you know, a lot of people think that eating paleo is very, very difficult. It's not. I mean, you go to your grocery store, you've got fresh fruit there that you can buy. You can buy, you know, fresh meats there. But I didn't take in enough calories, and I can tell, I can feel it. And so,
Yeah.
you know, because of that, I know I need to go out there and have some fruit or have something to sustain. So, you know, be really aware of your body, and be really aware if you're feeling a little bit fatigued, if you're feeling a little bit out of sorts, you know, did you get enough calories in after your workout? So
Yeah, that's an excellent tip.
yeah.
So do you have anything else?
No, if you want to email us, we're at www.prsfit.com.
That's our website, and our email is prsfit@gmail.com.
Close enough, right?
Yeah, close enough.
Well, thanks for joining us. Hopefully you'll join us tomorrow.
And as always,
Be healthy.
train smart.
Have fun.
See you later.
See you tomorrow.